Maid finds late wife's cello. What she plays makes millionaire's son speak again. After accident, she lifted the bow with shaking hands. She had no training, no permission, just a dream. The room held its breath. And then he looked up. The boy, who hadn't spoken in nearly a year. His lips parted. One word, one name. The name of the woman everyone thought was lost. But the melody had never died. And the woman they called just the Maid. She was never just anything. This is the true story behind the music that shattered silence. The day a maid played the cello and made a millionaire's son speak again. Welcome, story lovers. From where are you watching? Hit the like button and drop your city name in the comments so we can see how far our story travels. Sophia had been working in the Whitaker mansion for just under 6 months. She was hired quietly after the tragic car crash that left young Theo, heir to a tech empire, mute, and his mother Amelia dead. The sprawling estate was cold in more ways than one. Everything from the marble floors to the sterile air screamed silence. But Sophia, a black woman from a small musical town, brought quiet warmth with her humming and humble presence. She cleaned rooms no one entered, dusted pianos no one played, and passed the locked music room daily, the one they said was hers, Amelia's. The woman whose cello sat untouched. Nobody noticed that Theo sometimes followed Sophia down the halls, watching, listening. And nobody asked about the dream Sophia kept having of a tune she didn't recognize, yet couldn't forget. She didn't know that melody would change everything, or that playing it would break the silence in more ways than one. Sophia first heard the melody in her sleep, a haunting, beautiful tune that wrapped itself around her dreams. Each morning she hummed fragments aloud without realizing. Until one day. Theo turned to look, just a flicker, but it was the first movement he'd made in weeks. Encouraged, Sophia leaned into the tune. Her humming became fuller, more precise. Yet not everyone was pleased. Mr. Whitaker's new wife, cold and calculated, warned her not to disrupt the child with noise. The house, she said, needed quiet, healing. But Sophia couldn't stop. Something in her soul was begging to finish the song. One evening, while cleaning the music room off limits but left ajar, she felt pulled to the cello. Her fingers moved as if guided. She'd never played one before, yet the melody flowed from her as if it remembered her hands. Unseen upstairs, Theo froze, then, slowly, came down. The new wife burst into the room, shouting. She claimed Sophia was overstepping and ordered her out immediately. But Theo didn't flinch. That night, Sophia was suspended. Just like that. No explanation. No chance to speak. The next morning, something incredible happened. Theo stood at the music room door, silent, staring. Then he pointed to the cello. Security was called. Reporters arrived. But no one asked what happened. They just saw a black maid, fired for crossing boundaries, and a mute white boy who had finally moved. When the cameras came, it wasn't for Sophia. It was for the miracle child who had finally spoken. Except he hadn't. Not yet. He waited. Until they were alone, Sophia, invited back reluctantly under pressure from the media. She sat down once more, shaking. This time she didn't hum. She played. The same melody, soft, stirring, sacred. And as the last note faded, Theo stepped forward. He touched her hand. His lips trembled. Then, like a breeze pushing through years of silence, one name came out. Amelia! Gasps, cameras, silence again, but not the cold kind. Sophia didn't move, neither did Theo, because in that moment, the lie shattered. This wasn't just a tune. It was a voice, passed from one soul to another, across time and color and class, and it wasn't Sophia who crossed a boundary. It was everyone else who never dared listen. Dear audience, if you're enjoying the story, don't Forget to give it a like. It helps. The story made headlines, but they left out what mattered most. Sophia wasn't praised. She wasn't offered her job back. She quietly left, her dignity intact, though her heart was heavy. Theo's speech returned slowly, but his eyes searched every face for the one who played his mother's soul back to him. Months later, the Whitakers held a gala in Amelia's honor. A new cello stood on stage, but the seat beside it remained empty. Music, they said, had saved their son. They just forgot to name the woman who brought it back. Because in a world quick to judge a maid by her title, few saw the healer within her hands. How many other voices are waiting to be heard, but only if we stop silencing the hands that hold the melody? Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories and new videos. Take care.